Tommy Fitzpatrick. You still do that? You wondered for a moment how it was possible that she resembled Constance. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it. I had never noticed, that's all. Noticed what? When I was at St. Mary's, I had a friend called Constance. You paused. I never noticed how much you looked alike. Beautiful, was she? Stunning. And she had lungs like bagpipes. Thighs like them too. Do you still talk? Not in years. Sometimes think about her. You didn't do it with her. Is it just the boys? You mean calling them by both names? She nodded. I think it's just the ones I fancied. Actually, no, it isn't. You did it with Clementine Frank. Did I? Yes. They laugh together and time stands still for a moment. Their womanly bodies somehow jingle with chimes of girly giggles. The server brings scallops in their shells. She had the same hair as you, only longer and excessively curly. Whenever I saw her in the dorm room, she always wore pure white silk blouses. She'd come out of the bathroom glistening. Sometimes I dream about her riding her horse, Venus rising, more like Mordecai. Are you going to tell me how you are? You stopped, and it felt as though she had her nose against yours. You shook your head and scooped the scallop from its shell. A shiver ran down your spine, and you sprawled your sentences between the two of you slowly like sand falling in an hourglass. Your friend waited patiently, receiving every word with warmth. Finally, you landed on something worth sharing. I hate my mother. She's dying, and I can't stop hating her. You lifted and lowered your eyes, then lifted them again. I think she's a difficult woman. And there's the whole thing where the child and the mother, that's always as it is. Then as two women meeting, we have our personalities, they clash to some extent, and there's history, the memories, the things that have gone between us. There's the pain, the shared pain, but that doesn't help either. Harriet blew her nose and made a show of putting her tissue back in her jean pocket. She dabbed her lips with a serviette and wiped her chin. She took a tiny sip of Merlot, placed the wine glass deliberately down on the yellow tablecloth, chewed on her saliva, flicked her tongue against the inside of her top lip, swallowed and studied her old friend's face. Don't. No, I'm not. You're looking at me like I am a client. No, you're wrong. I am so relieved. The pianist had started playing. You watched as his fingers raced along the keys. You felt Harriet's hand on top of yours. Honestly, I thought you were going to live in denial forever. Do you know what I am in denial about? Go on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Harriet smiled incredulously. Don't you remember? I do, it's just not as important to me. But it is important, Harriet. I'm thinking of framing my next book around it. Sounds like a handy MacGuffin. No, I want to base the entire book on her ideas. How I wonder what you are. It's a travesty. I see her words quoted with Anon. Anon. Arabella has those old nursery rhyme books, and her words are scrambled alongside all the rest into some mesh of oblivion. Steady on, Hebe. You gulped your wine. The steak arrived. You saw it as a dead cow's head, a dagger in each of its eyes, blood gushing down onto the floor and out a brass plug hole on the sandy floor. You followed the blood as it trickled, spiraled away like a Picasso. The pianist was joined by a singer, a soprano. It was all terribly dramatic. You stared up at the restaurant ceiling and saw stars. I mean, she wrote the line, "How I wonder what you are."